Welcome to Wonderland Sweden. My name's Rebecca and I create educational tools with the help of my XTool P2 and Creative Space. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's begin.
And this is going to be a bit of a long video, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a number puzzle, which is basically repetition. So I'm thinking that each square will be 50 by 50, and I want a slightly rounded edge like that. So what I'm thinking is to do the digit there and then the name of the number here, and then I'm going to do 1 to 10. So the best way to do it is to do your number first. And what I realized was that the number 8 in Swedish is the longest word. So basically we want to go from the biggest word to make sure that it fits. And obviously the number 10 is obviously going to be wide as well than the rest, so you have to make sure that it will fit. So this will be a cut, so we'll change that to red. I normally have engrave on dark blue, so change that to engrave here. All the settings and all this we can fix later. So I like Lato, so I'm going to just copy and paste that. And obviously if I do the number 8 in words here, it's going to be too big. Åtta. So what I do is I don't go from the size of the text, I go from the size of the shape that I'm going to fit it in. So it's 50 wide, so you could go about 45, something like that, width. But I'm going to go 43. So I'm just going to place that under there. So we don't want it too close to the edge. We want it quite aesthetically pleasing. So if we move the 8 up, we can move the 8 up here. Something like that. So there's not many words that have the little symbol on the top, so it should look okay. So as you can see, we want to center that this way, so it's horizontal line center, so it'll fit in the middle of the box and they'll all be in line. So this is where the magic happens now, is that we want to do this repeated 10 times. So basically by doing this repeated all of it, so highlighting all of it and doing applications and then grid array, we can basically have the letters in the same space. I know from experience that the letters do move and the numbers do move, so you always have to center them. So you always have to check and double check. So this is the spacing here between these ones, so I want it to be at least 8, so then it'll glue. And the same here, obviously, for it to be aesthetically pleasing, I want that to be 8 as well. So if you just like move the cursor from there to there, then it will update it. Otherwise you just press done to update it. Otherwise you can't see it. It doesn't always automatically update. So here we have it. So these are all grouped. So to make any changes to any of these, you can't do it. So you'd have to ungroup it. So this is really easy. So let's see if I can show you how it changes. So it might not be in the middle. We will check. So it's really quick doing this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't need to fix, obviously. 9, and then 10. So as you can see that 10, that is really not in the middle. So these might be in the middle. We will check. Let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see. So I'm just going to change the wording. So det är 1. It's a Swedish lesson for you. 2. It's 2. 3. 4. 5. I think I'm going to start speaking Swedish on this video soon. After speaking the numbers 7, 8, 9. And then the last one is 10. Right. So we know that vertically they're all right. So these are all lined up, so we don't need to move them. But horizontally we do. So we can just do each row like that. And you saw that everything moved. So you have to be careful and check and double check and triple check. You can't always trust the program that it will do what you want it to. Some things you think they make sense, but yeah, the program doesn't think logically sometimes. So there you have it. So this was taking like 2 minutes to make. What I'm going to do now is that we could group these. I think would be a good idea. I'm happy. What I'm going to do is look at the size of this and make a rectangle around it. So I normally do 10 on that side and 10 on that side. What I could do is just make it 300, just for simplicity. So 300. The height is 108, so 128. It's almost right. 128. And then we want rounded corners, of course. So now, change that to cut. Now, because we grouped all of these and the numbers as well, then we can align center. This is going really quick. So what I'm going to do, this is when it gets tricky, I'm going to basically have 3 different engravings, 3 different cuts. So we've done that now. I'm just trying to think what would be the quickest way now. I'm going to do sign language on each of them. It's going to take me too long for me to show you how to do that. I'm just trying to think. And then I also wanted to do dots as well. I'm just trying to think. I've just realised a really easy way to do it. If we move that out the way, if we ungroup those, so when you copy and paste these days now, then it groups them all. So it's good because then you know what you're doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do 10 dots. So the easiest way to do it is actually to do 10 dots. How clever is that? So this is 50, so the dots need to be what, about 8? Something like that. I'm not sure. Maths is probably going to fail me now. So we're doing 8. That's way too big, I think. If we do 6. So we're going to do that. Let me think. I want to do it like a grid array. So it's going to be the same principle. Spacing, a little bit more spacing. So we could do it like that. And then what we could do is actually realize that, okay, we want it a little bit wider. We can just do like that. 43. No, you can't because that's not on lock. Go back. So we lock it and then do 43. So then there will be circles rather than ovals. Okay. So if we center these, right, so these are all grouped. That's fine for now. So what we're going to do is basically just do the same grid and the same principle. So if we do, what did we say? It was 8 millimeters and 8 millimeters there, and we're doing 5 by 2. Does that look the same? It does. Perfect. So if we ungroup, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, This is a really tricky way, but we can do this quite easily. So if we highlight the bottom row of blue, and then if we press Shift and unhighlight the red and delete, and you've got that. So what I normally do is I normally would do that, highlight all of those, and then deselect the red. Is always my quickest way to do it. Rather than trying to click on these individually. I can just do it like that, that's not too bad. So there you go. So there's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 would be this. Deselect the red. 7 would be that. Deselect the red. So as you can see, it's pretty quick. And then that one's just that one. So then you've got your 10. So they're all even and they're all in the middle and they look perfect. So we'll group them. And I don't need to worry about this. So if we just click on this and this, then we can just align center and it'll look exactly the same as the one above. So it's important for you guys to know what I'm gonna do. So these little square discs are actually gonna be 5mm. What I'm thinking of doing is the dots in the base. So when I actually do it, what we could do is just change the color of this one, of these ones here, and then just basically turn it on off because I don't want those to cut out on the base. Yeah, so sometimes it's good to use like the different canvases to do stuff like that. So you can just select the one color. Yeah, so basically I wanted to do the sign language as well. Sign language is going to take forever for me to do, like I said. So I can show you tecken. So if we do like ett for number 1. Ett siffra, ett is a number. Yeah. So basically I'm just going to put one of those in each of these. And then center them. There's no reason for me to do a grid array with these. I will have to center them anyway. And as you can see, they're not square, so I'd have to do something like that. And obviously I'll delete the blue. It's almost easier, like I said, putting this on a new canvas, because then what you can do is just go, okay, I don't want any of the dots, so just select all the blue and just delete. And with these, I could basically make sure that they've all got the same height, so that they're uniform. The purple, the quickest way for me to edit this is just delete the purple, and the black is a score because it's one solid line on the outside. So that would work. It's lost a fingernail. Maybe I can draw a fingernail in there. Just so you know it's the front. There you go. So that's number 1 in Swedish. They're not, make compound vector. There you go. They're not joined together, so make compound vector, join them together. So you don't lose parts of fingers, because I do that all the time. I lose parts of fingers. So like I said, this is a little bit too high, so maybe I should do average 42 for all of my fingers. So 1 would go there, and then I would have to ungroup these to find the middle. So I would have to do it like this to find the middle, that way. Oh, what did I click on? Oh, the outside was clicked. Oh, yes, yeah, so I'd have to deselect that and do it like that. So the one is in the middle, and then the same this way. So deselect the outer. Okay, selected the outer. Deselect the outer. Do vertical align center. Otherwise, you could just do that and that. I don't know which is quicker. That's 1 click, 3 clicks. Otherwise, you can do it that way, and then that way, that way, that way, that way. Yeah, so there's 2 different ways you can do it. Yeah, so basically I would so that would be ignore, and these would be in 5mm. This would be 3mm, and these squares would be ignore, and then these would be on the back of these ones. Oh, should I do it the other way around? No, I think that's right. Let's leave it like that. Cool. So that's lots of grid array. How to make a puzzle. So basically these discs will be 5mm, so they will stick out of the 2. So you don't need any little like tabby bits for you to put your fingers in. Otherwise you would have to do like a little tab. So these are going to stick out by a good 2mm. So cool.